All right, so we're going to continue our NEC deep dive with the distance squad. And so today we actually have a new addition of the team joining us. You might have caught it on Instagram, another fellow Colliner, Colin Kelly joining us of Mount St. Mary's. Give us a little intro. Who are you, man?
I am Colin Kelly. I am now currently a grad student at Mount St. Mary's. Distance runner, did cross country. Currently in my indoor season, mainly just an 800-mile guy, and just very happy to be part of the team, man. I've been watching for a good amount of time, even when I wasn't on the Mount St. Mary's team, and I just am super excited that I have this chance to talk some track.
Perfect. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. And we're going to start off with kind of your bread and butter here. You said you're an 800-meter guy. So we'll start off with the men's 800. And it's definitely going to be an exciting race. We got the number three all-time runner in the 800. Also, the fastest collegiate time by an American as well, with Brandon Miller kind of headlining this event. I mean, who do you have as your top guy who could potentially take home the gold here for NCAAs?
I definitely agree with you. Brandon Miller, he knows what he's doing. I saw him last year in the outdoor championship, and he's coming for revenge. He's clocking in at like 145, and even in my mind, I think that is just an insane time. And he's still a young guy, but he definitely knows what he's doing. I watched him last week during that SEC 4x4, and he's got some foot speed. So I think if these guys let it come down to a sprint, I think we know who has it.
Yeah. Brandon Miller, like he's super fast, and him being a 400 and 800 guy, like we know that these championship races can be slower. So that often will come down to, just being the foot race. But I think we can't discount Moad Zarhaifi. Is that how you say his last name?
Zahafi, I think.
Zahafi. All right, Zahafi of Texas Tech. So while he's more of a mile 800-meter guy, he has the most sub 145s in this entire field. He has 7, and he's coming in with a 145 time, altitude adjusted. But I mean, he's shown that he can really take it to that 145 range, whenever he needs to. So while he might not have the foot speed that Brandon Miller has, like he definitely has really good ability to run those fast times very consistently, which is what it takes to get through the rounds and be an NCAA champion.
Yeah, I think Moad is definitely. I wouldn't even say the underdog. I would say that he's definitely up there with Brandon Miller. He's one of those guys that he's not catching that lactic. I think if he plays his cards right, I think if he gets into the prelim stage of it the first day, and he takes it out a little bit quicker, kind of get everyone a little bit tired, or even does the opposite and keeps his legs a little fresh. I think he can definitely get Brandon Miller a little tired, and I would not be surprised if I saw another Texas Tech jersey cross that finish line. I think with Vincent Rissers, or is that actually might be Brandon Miller's school, Texas A&M. So you got two Texas schools.
Yeah, a
Going
couple
at
tech,
it.
and we could really even see almost 3. Well, I wanted to have 3 Texas guys make it, but Creighton ended up not running. He's only doing the mile, which makes sense because Texas has a ton of 800-meter guys in this pool, so they want to make as many points as possible. But what's going to come down to, I think this bronze is where it gets a little bit tough. There's a lot of really good athletes that could take this 3. I mean, obviously you're getting the top 16 people, but who do you have winning the bronze here?
So I think you're right about that. I think you're gonna see a 1 and 2, and then you're gonna see 3 in field. And I want to go with the guy from Old Miss, man. I think John Rivera. I think he's gonna take it. I've been seeing him from just early on. Always see him on Flow Track or something, just absolutely tearing up the stage. And he's got a lot of hype from what was it, Westfly? So
Fly,
you're right.
yeah.
You already know he's gonna get all that hype, and he's gonna come in. He's gonna definitely shoot for more than bronze. But right now, I got him at my bronze spot.
Yeah, so same with me. And one thing that you'll find as kind of a consistency within my races is when do you run your best race? And he PR'd at SECs. And obviously he didn't win because Brandon Miller won with dropping a crazy time. But when you're running off of those highs of, hey, you're running your best out of like really recently, like you're an athlete, like like you can carry that momentum from your last race to the next race, especially when many of this field is going to be from the SEC. Like I think him running a PR just a week ago or 2 weeks ago is going to really help him be able propel him to be, really a person to be messed with, at the championship there.
Yeah, definitely excited. This is one event I am not missing. I don't care what is happening. I'm definitely going to be watching this one because it will be interesting for sure.
Definitely, definitely. And then next one, want to go to the mile. And for me, like it was tough to pick because it always depends on, okay, are people going to run an honest race or run a championship race? Because if it's a championship race, we saw that at Rio 2016. You can have when your guys are pretty much walking, anyone can win. Or are you gonna keep it honest? And I'm thinking that for me, I had my goal being Morgan Beetlescum of MSU. Comes in with the 352. What he has against him, he's got the slowest 1500 in the field with the 343, but he still has he's coming in with the fastest mile, and so I guess we're going to continue with the chalk with the win for myself. But what do you got for that one?
I also have Morgan. I was very, very impressed when I saw that race when he ran with Cooper and there's a bunch of Nike athletes, I'm pretty sure, and they went for that mile record. And no one was talking about him. Obviously, they were talking about the two Nike guys. They're headlining it everywhere, but he was very honest with the race and he stuck with it, and he came out with one obviously the top time collegiately in the nation, and I think he's got what it takes. I think he knows now. It's not like he won that race and he was like, "Oh, I'm the best." Like he had two other guys well in front of him, and I think he's ready to throw down. I'm very excited to see, like you said, how it's going to play out, though. I think that's where it goes out slow. I have
throw it all out the window.
Throw out the predictions, honestly.
Yeah. Next for me, I'm going with who I think has the best kick in the field, fastest 1500 meter as well. The young guy, Elliot Kipsang of Alabama. I got him coming in at second with a 354. So I think he has like the fourth best time in the field, but the fact that he has a really good kick, young guy, he likes to take things out fast. Like I think that's going to be able to propel him to make this a little bit more of an honest race. I think he'll probably lead after the first lap of it going really slow, and he's like, "What is this crap? I need to go faster," and then kind of push the pace a little bit, and then hopefully take it home and potentially even get the silver.
Yeah, I actually I was waiting for you to say I thought you were gonna maybe say Mario Romo from Ole Miss, and I was gonna be like, oh, but guess what? I actually don't. I actually 100% agree with you. I was actually gonna put Kipsang at second place. He's a young guy. He's showing that he can run with the big dogs and everything, and I think he's just gonna go. I think he's just gonna go for it. I think he's gonna give Morgan a run for his money. I think this is gonna be a little bit more closer than the 800 up front for the medal spots, but. I'm really excited because we haven't gotten to see a lot about him. He's like you said, he's a young guy. He's kind of a little off the radar for a medal spot, some would say, but that's actually who I was gonna say for my second. So it's just Colin energy, man. I'm telling you, I think we're both thinking the same thing.
Exactly. I mean, and for people listening, we did not talk about our picks beforehand. We are hearing this for the first time. And I thought either he's going to get like second, or I think he'll get like eighth or ninth. Like I think he might either go for it and then it won't work, or it's going to go for it and it will work.
He's got that mindset. He's like, I'm a freshman. I'm here. Slay it all out. And it's like, I think he's either going to get a medal or he's going to get ninth.
Yeah. And next, want to go with someone you actually just mentioned before. I was going with Mario Garcia Romo of Ole Miss. Got the second fastest 1500 in this field. Ole Miss has really shown that they've got a lot of really good distance runners coming through. I'm going to be talking about their school later on when we get to the relays. But yeah, they've definitely got some great speed there. I got him coming in at third. What about you?
I also have him coming at third. I'm telling you, this is not planned at all. I was definitely between him and Kipsang, but he's been at this stage before. He has the distance under his belt. I've seen him. He's gone to nationals for cross country, so he's got everything from 10K all the way down to the 8. I mean, he runs like a 147 800. So I, I think again it's gonna be one of those things that he's still a little bit younger and he's fairly new to the this kind of stage of it. But I truly think that it can either go his way or it can't. But I think that's the thing with the mile is it's not like an 800 where it's like this is what's going to happen. They're going to all have to go out. Where the mile is like who's going to want to take it and when whoever takes it, they're going to go through in 31, 32, or they're going to go through in 34. You never know. So it could be a sit and kick, and again, it's one of those we can just throw our predictions right out the window. But right now, I got Mario and the bronze medal spot.
Exactly. It's so hard to predict championships, but that's what makes them exciting. Next for me, 3K, we're going with, I mean, I'm picking chalk here, but it's hard to when the guy isn't when the guy that's in there is the NCAA record holder, as well as an Olympic qualifier. I'm going with Yared Nuguse, Bowerman, contender right now, as well as Brandon Miller earlier on, coming in with a 7:38, which is what 3 seconds faster than your next fastest guy. So he's coming in with some good speed there. NCAA record holder. I mean, for me, it's kind of like a no brainer. I mean, you got to go with him.
Yeah, of course I have Nuguse up front. He has shown again one of those guys who has the level to be. He can go and run a 10K, go run at nationals and be an All-American, or he can go down in the mile and absolutely rip like a sub 4 and make it look easy. So I mean, that's why I gotta go with him for the 3K. I'm very happy to see that he wasn't like going for the 5K, 3K double. That was what I was scared of because I think you do that, you kind of throw that all out the window. You never really know. But no, yeah, I mean, he's got about 2.5 seconds on the field, and I just think it's kind of one of those no-brainer things. And I think he's gonna take it. I think he's going to take it and lead it, and wire to wire. I think it's Nuguse.
Cool. What do you got? Who do you got silver?
Oh, I actually have Nico Young. I got the young buck. I got the young buck coming in. I think he also shown that elevation mile that he ran. That shows that he's got the guts to go, and he's got the speed. He has shown for cross country in the 10K, and the 8K. He's just all around just a speedy dude. So I'm thinking he's ran in the pro races. Why can't he run here? So I think he's gonna be the one taking second.
So finally, we got someone a disagreement here. I don't have Nico Young, and I'll tell you once I go later on why I don't. But I have Amon Kimboy of Arkansas coming in and getting silver. Reason why, he won SECs in the 3K just last week or just 2 weeks ago. So he's shown that he has good speed, being able to go down to the 3K and run a little bit faster times. And especially a lot of these people are going to be coming through at the SEC, and they've got very similar times. And with Arkansas, they're in a little different spot where they're competing for a team title. So this 3K means a little bit more than it does for Nico Young. Obviously, It's like, individually it means a lot for all of them. But when you're running for that extra thing with those guys behind you, you turn things up a little bit more because they're in that contention. So I got him coming home with second place there.
Oh, there it is, boys and girls. First one. See, told you it wasn't scripted.
There we go. Then who do you got third?
Third was a little throw up for me. I really had to go through and look at it. But I want to go with Cole Sprout. I think he's someone that has shown going to Stanford that he's another young guy who can run with the big dogs, and I would love to see him, take a chance and go out there and just put himself in the race and see where it can go. I mean, as a high schooler, he was running the mile, and I would be like, wow, that kid's got some foot speed. He's definitely a miler. Definitely glad he went up to the 3K. Super excited to watch him. That's why I think I got my bronze medal at.
Nice. And then for me, you said it earlier, Nico Young with 3. The reason why I didn't have him second is because he is doing that 3K, 5K double. And
Mhm.
so it's going to be really difficult. I think the 5K's first. I might get that.
Yeah.
Is it? Do you know? I'm not sure. It just usually is. So I'm not sure if it
That's
is.
yeah. Usually during championships meets it's 5K first day, 3K last day.
Yeah. So I think that it's gonna be tough with him coming off of this being the second half of that double. And so
Mhm.
I don't think he's gonna be running his speed. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't medal personally, like in this
Yeah.
one, because I think he's gonna really want to go after it potentially in that 5K with it being your first race and it's your first indoor collegiate season and you're running with the pros. You're one of the biggest distance runner names out here. But yeah, I'm going with him in third place there.
There it is.
Cool. Let's hear your 5K. What do you got there?
5K. I gotta go with someone. I'm not gonna lie to you that I might get something for this. Someone I really haven't heard about that much. Is the Florida State junior Adrian. I think Adrian Wildshoot. He's coming in with a 13:09. Man, he's got 5 seconds on the field. I tried to do a little bit of research on him, and he just kind of had one of those years. It was like he was average, and then this. I mean, he's someone that I cannot wait to see run this because I would love. I mean, I'd love to be a fan. I'd love to just be like, I'm going to be cheering him on, honestly. And you have 5 seconds on the field. I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna take the gold.
Nice. Well, with me, this is a guy I've been rooting for the past 2 years. This is easily my favorite, like big time distance runner, long distance, the gloved assassin. We're going with Wesley Kiptoo of
Yeah.
Iowa State because this guy is notorious for going out really fast and then just praying that he holds on. And while he's not one of the top guys right now at the PR, like it doesn't matter what your PR is, I think, in these long distance events, because it's gonna be a very championship type race and they may not
Yeah.
run as fast as possible. And I'm going with him. I love Wesley, and so I'm praying that he gets it. Dude's pretty funny on social media, but we're going with the gloved assassin. I'm coining that nickname for him. That's gonna be it. We're making it. So he's who I got winning the race.
All right. Agree to disagree, I guess.
Second place for me, I got who you said, Adrian Wildshoot. And so reason for me, like you said, he had really this breakout year, and, really breaking out recently. And so I think that can be both a really positive and a really negative, because it's like,
Mhm.
it's positive because, okay, is this going to be your new normal? Like you're now in like another tier of athlete, but it can also be difficult because it's like, is that sustainable? Like, is
Yeah.
this kind of an anomaly that he ran that, or is it like just the new normal for him? And so I'm thinking, yeah, he does have 5 seconds on the field, but who knows what can happen here? So I'm going with him getting passed on with 1 lap to go by Wesley Kiptoo, him coming in second.
I mean, for my silver, I have to go with Wesley Clip too. I love this guy. This guy is so fun to watch, no matter what race he's doing. I would love to honestly one of these days just see him go and do an 800 because I think it'd be so fun to just actually watch him run it because I think he'd still do amazing. He's one of those guys that is going to like just dig through the whole race. He's going to look like he's kind of uncomfortable, but he's just gonna keep going. He's I don't know. I want to put him at first, but that 5 second gap is just like it just shows that man's got it. Now I also agree that if it comes down to a sprint, I've never seen this Adrian. I've never seen him sprint, but I know Wesley's gonna get it. So it's gonna be a close one, but I definitely think I gotta put him at second. I gotta put Wesley at second.
And then for me with third, so after the top three, like there's a pretty big drop. So it's Adrian who's got a 5 second lead on the next guy. And then after this third guy, there's a 7 second lead in between third and fourth. And so in between first and fourth place, there's what, a 12-second difference. And so third place, I got Dylan Jacobs of Notre Dame coming in third, 13-14. Like I said, there's just a big kind of gap in between third and fourth place that I think that he'll be able to take advantage of potentially even being a slower race.
Yeah, I also got Dylan. I have him also at third. He's a little sneaky. I'm not gonna lie. He's I think the only guy here, I could be wrong, is the only guy here who's ran a sub 4 mile in the top three that I have. Wesley Kipto, he's ran about a 4:03. Again, super fast, but Dylan Jacobs got like a 3:57, 3:58 under his belt. So I think it comes down to a sprint. I think I'm all I'm saying is I cannot wait to see that last lap. It's gonna be one of those laps where you're just like they just threw down a 27, 28, and they don't look tired at all. But I also have to put Dylan Jacobs. I'm gonna put him at third for now. I'm gonna bite my word. I might regret that one, but I gotta put him at third.
No problem. Then finishing it up on the men's side, DMR. Who do you have winning in the DMR? Here we'll go. Here, just say your top three, and then I'll say my top three, and then we'll go with why.
Okay. I got Washington, Ole Miss, and then Bama.
Okay. And for me, I have Ole Miss, Notre Dame, and then Bama. And so why do you have, we'll go first with who you got winning. So why Washington winning it?
Washington is one of those teams that you see them run these times and you're just like, wow, like how? Because they got a pretty young team. I don't think they have any seniors on that team. I think they're off they got two juniors, one freshman, one sophomore. And you're just like, these guys, you would think they don't know what they're doing, but you just watch them do it. I watched this 921 and I was just like, just blown away because they won and it was like, oh, okay, yeah, they won. They just walked off and I was like, oh, okay. So I think seeing them at a big stage, I think we're gonna see some crazy times. Yeah, I gotta go Washington. And that's a team I'd just love to see. I'd love to just see it.
And so for me, I got to go Ole Miss because I'm thinking back to last year, because last year they got second place to Oregon, who broke the national record by a mile. Like they smashed it. And so I think they're either number 2 or they're number 3 all time. It's one of those. So they're returning most, if not, well, yeah, most of their team for Ole Miss. And like we said, like we've mentioned 2 of their top guys already with who was it? John Rivera, and then Mario Garcia Romo. So they got some people that are already in that top spot. And so I think returning a lot of those people from last year is going to be huge and is what's going to keep them, winning this season.
Yeah, and the only reason I'm putting Ole Miss at second is because you look at all these races that are going on, and I try to look really quickly. I kind of like skim through it. You don't see any Washington guys. This is going to be their only race. They're going to be as fresh as they could be. So I think that's the only reason I'm putting Ole Miss at second. I think Ole Miss has that chip on their shoulder. I think they're going to come back and they're going to go for something. But I think the freshness of Washington is definitely going to show, and I just think they're just going to have that little bit over Ole Miss, and I think it's going to be a 1. I think it's definitely going to be a 1-2. It's going to be like how last year's was with Oregon and Ole Miss. I think it's going to come down to that last little bit.
Yeah, and then for me, I got Notre Dame. So these last 2 people kind of based it off star power. Like when your anchor leg's going to be Yared Nuguse, you're in a really good spot when you're having the guy that is the national record holder running in that 4th position. Like that's going to be really good. What'll be tough though is that he will be coming off of that 3K that he did earlier that day. So that's going to be a tough double for him. But I think whenever you have a guy that is made the Olympic team, he's won national championships, he has NCAA records. Like I think when you got that guy carrying the stick in your last leg, like that's going to be able to propel you, to win it, because it's going to be really close. Like all of these times, what we got a 9:21.94, 9:21.73, like these are all very close times that I think having that star power and in your anchor leg is what can really propel you to win this thing.
Yeah, I mean, he's been at the stage. I mean, he's no stranger to this competition. So I'm gonna love to see that.
Yeah.
My bronze medal, I gotta go with Bama, and I'll be honest with you, just for the sole reason, I think Elu Kipsang, man. I think he's gonna throw that team and over his back. He's going for it. I'm super excited to watch him run that. They have like maybe like a second and a half off the top times, but like you said, this is gonna be one of those races where people are just gonna not want to take it fully. You're gonna have some guys tired legs who are just not gonna. I mean, it's first day; they don't want to tire their guys fully out. So I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be good. I don't think it's gonna be a crazy turnaround for Kip Singh. I don't think so. I think he'll also still be pretty sure. Yeah, I think he's gonna be pretty fresh. So I think it's gonna be a. That's why I got Bama. I gotta put Bama at third.
Same. Yeah, I had Bama coming in at third for the same reason. Having Kip saying bringing it home is gonna be really big for them. And yeah, like all of these things are really close. And I think like pretty much every DMR when it comes to championships, like the first three legs are pretty much they mean absolutely nothing. Like because it ends up being where everyone is like all your top guys are all getting the baton at the exact same time at that last leg anyway. So it's really just who has the better fourth leg. And so that's why I think, yeah, I'm going with him, bringing it for Alabama.
Yeah.
Now we're going to flip the script, head on over to the women's side of things. And so for the women, I think that the 800 is pretty wide open. Like when you don't have a Thing Mo running in the 800 and who's the lady? She was from Baylor. She has a year outdoors left. Oh man, I'm drawing a huge blank. She won the 800 last year. Oh, can't remember, but she's probably who's going to be the favorite for outdoors. I'm drawing a huge blank. Do you know what I'm talking about? Whatever, it doesn't matter. But
I see that. I can see the face. That's the thing. That's the only thing that annoys me.
Yeah, but when you have a Thing Mo that's not a collegiate anymore, the field's wide open. And so for me, I've got Lindsey Butler once again out of Virginia Tech, reasoning because she PR'd at ACCs, and for me, like when you PR is a big thing, and so her being turning up right now and performing at her best recently is a big thing. And she also has one of the top times this year with a 2:01:23. So I got Lindsay bringing home the win there.
Yeah, I also have Lindsay. Looking at her field, I mean, she was outdoor. She ran the 800. She got sixth place, which is a great for like. I mean, who would not be happy with that? But at the same time, it's one of those things. She has a chip on her shoulder now, and she's coming back for revenge. She just won the ACC indoor 800 and was a part of the DMR team too. So I mean, I think she's coming back. She's coming back for blood, and I think she's got it. I think she's going to go for it. And I would be very surprised personally if Lindsey Butler didn't get it. But this next girl, man, I don't know who you got, but this would be the one person I think that can definitely.
Let's hear it. Who?
I might botch the name. I got Shafiqua Maloney. Okay. I think I might botch that, but this girl when she runs, man,
out of Arkansas, by the way.
Yeah, when she runs, man, she's one of those girls that like is you watch it on the track and you're like, oh yeah, she's gonna tear this track up. She was also one of those girls who I think she got outdoor. She got 9, so like that's also something I feel like that's just like a villain story right there. You're building someone to like come back. She's like, I didn't make that. Okay. She was, of course, the SEC 800 champ and was also a part of the 4x4 team. So she's got that foot speed. And I think if someone's going to challenge Lindsay, it's definitely going to be Shafiqua.
Yeah, so for me, I'm going with the lady that came in second at SECs to Shafiqua with Katie Ann McDonald out of LSU. Something just about LSU people. I mean, I'm a big LSU fan. I mean, you can't see it in this video, but I got an LSU jersey all on my wall. Big LSU guy recently. And so she PR'd at SECs once again. Like I think that's a big thing. And even though she didn't win the SEC championship, like I think having being able to running your fast times recently, and I think you can be able to take it into the championship and get a potential silver medal for your team. But and then that's why I got Shafiqua coming in at third for me. Obviously she did win SECs, and like you said, she does have really good. She is really fast on the end, but I don't know. I just feel like someone's gonna outkick her at the end. You know, sometimes the people that you project to win don't always do it, and so there we've definitely seen more storybook endings before. So I'm picking Katie to win it. And with Shafiqua being from Arkansas, this has a lot of point potential. Like they're going for a championship. If you want to beat Florida, it's going to be tough. But so I think that she's definitely coming at the bare minimum third. But that's who I got third.
Yeah. Third place. I feel like you're gonna learn this a lot about me. I just love the underdog story. So I'm going with Allison Johnson, freshman from Penn State. I think it's the same thing. She's new to the program. Penn State has always had a great 800. Like I'm pretty sure Dana Peters, if I might be pronouncing her first name wrong, but she was an amazing 800 runner. Like, I'm pretty sure a national champ and everything. And I think this is gonna be the next Dana Peters. And she won the Big Ten 800. She's got a bright future. I don't know if she's got the potential to go 1-2. But she's going to be, if not now, she will definitely be a medalist. But I want to put her at third. I think it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of that, I stole this from Pat McAfee, but it's like, you don't know what you don't know. When you're a freshman, you might not realize like how big of a deal this NCAA's thing is. So maybe you just kind of go for it.
Yeah.
For me, for the mile, I've got the underdog coming out of here with Elisa Shepkemai of Middle Tennessee, ran a 4:32:39 PR in both the mile as well as the 3K both recently. So she's shown that she can do really well here in the mile as well as go up in that higher distance. And I think this will be that one storybook, same thing that we had last year with the men's mile, where, you have the guy that, no one really kind of expects to win. I think that this is who it's going to be for the women's side this year. I'm going with Alyssa winning.
I'm gonna have to stick to the top one of the top three. That's just like I'm gonna play it safer this time. This time, maybe outdoor I might go when I learn a bit more, but I'm gonna stick at the top three. I'm gonna go with Julia Haymatch from Stanford. She's coming with a 4:31. She's an All-American in cross country. I just love when I see that, because that to me shows that she's got that strength to go the distance. She'll take it wire to wire if she has to, and she's gone to outdoor nationals, and I'm pretty sure she was in Olympic trials. She knows what this race is going to be about, and I'm super excited to see this. I love seeing the range, and some people might get mad at me. I'm not picking Emily McKay from Binghamton, but these two have already raced. These two have raced already, and Julia was the one to win. So time is not always anything to go off of.
Yeah. And then, so what you said, Emily McKay, that's who I actually got coming in at second. Also, mainly because she has really good 800 speed. I mean, she ran a 2:03 when it comes to the 800 just recently, and so she's got some good speed. I mean, that's a time that could be in the final for the women's side for the 800 this year. And so being able to close out fast, I think is going to be huge. And so I got her coming in second, Emily McKay. Binghamton.
Yeah, I also got her coming in at second. I can't disrespect the 800 runners. I can't do that. See her to run the American East Indoor Championships and go, like you said, 2:03. I actually had to go look up at the 800. I was like, is she running the mile 8 double? Because like I'm pretty sure she can make it in, and to my surprise, she wasn't. She also has range too. I don't know, just something about having that All-American title next to your name just like kind of rings a bell in my ear. I'm like, it's gotta be Julia, but I think Emily McKay is also gonna give herself a shot. And we'll definitely see. I mean, she's got about a half a second, but we can't go off of time, obviously.
Yeah. Next for me, I got Anna Gibson coming in with a 4:32:34. So, like once I said, I think this is going to be coming down to a very tactical race, and she's got some pretty solid speed. Nothing too crazy. More of sticking to the mile and longer distances. But I got her coming in at 3. Maybe pulling out a medal when it's someone that might really be a little farther down the line. But I got her coming third. What about you?
I had Anna coming. I had Anna Gibson coming in at third. Just something about I've actually when I was looking her name up, a video of her actually came up, which was the first time for me, came up of her running, and I just saw her run. She just looks strong, and I think it's always if you're not one of the top three, people are just gonna instantly get you out. So I honestly like your picks. I wish I made those picks. I wish I was rooting for more the underdog. But yeah, I got Andy Gibson coming in third.
There you go. And I mean, this is going to be close. I mean, the top 6 are all running a 4:32. And so, like, this is anyone's race because it's not like there's anyone that is too far ahead. I mean, Emily's got the best season's best right now at the 4:30, but the top 6 people are all at a 4:32. So you could really pick anything.
Yeah.
3K, I'm going with so even though I usually try to avoid the people that are doing doubles, I'm just completely throwing that out of my mind right now. I'm going with Mercy Chalangat of Alabama. So she has coming in with the PR of 8:53:16. She was fourth at SECs. She did win the 5K in SEC, but she's a little bit better at the 3K. What just stinks is the timing for her. That her better event is on the second day, and she's doing both of them. But I'm still going against what I normally would think that you should probably do, and I'm picking Mercy Chalangat to win the gold here. What about you?
So this is my underdog story right here. I have Caitlin Tui, freshman of eligibility from NC State. She's coming out at 8:54, so she's got a little bit of time to make up on Lauren Ryan with the top time of 8:47. But I I'm a huge Caitlin Tui fan. We actually went to a cross country camp together, and we do keep in touch here and there. And I just think the the progress that she's been making from, I mean, when she was Gatorade Athlete of the Year as I'm pretty sure as a sophomore, um, from all the way to then to now, she's just been making progress, which is insane to say because you would think at Gatorade Athlete of the Year, you would think that's just the highest you can go. No, I mean, she's absolutely killing it. These NC State girls are killing it, and I got the freshman coming in, getting that gold.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for NC State not to come home with a couple medals. Their distance team is pretty good.
Yeah.
Next, I got the veteran in the field coming in at second, Courtney Wayment of BYU, 8:50 time. Once again, I mean she's doing both the 8. I think she's doing both the 5K and the 3K. So it's going to be a tough double, but she's done it before. And just BYU has a crazy distance talent with Bennett, who just went pro last year. So they've got really good team, especially on the men's side as well. And I mean, there's just a lot of good talent there. So I'm going with Courtney Wayment coming in at second.
So I actually have the top time. I got Lauren Ryan. She's got some crazy foot speed. I mean, she ran a 4:37 at ACCs. I mean, can you like deny that? She's definitely got that foot speed. I'm super excited. I was watching that day when she ran this 8:47. She was the top runner in this. I think it was the David Henry Valentine invite at Boston U. I think that's how you say it. But just watching her, I don't seeing these athletes now these days, college athletes run with these professionals just like like they belong there. Having that confidence and having that just knowing that you can be there and doing this, I think this is going to be exactly like it. And I think she's going to be like, I'm the one that's got the top time. I'm going to be one to go for it. So I think Lauren Ryan, I'm going to put her at second.
Yeah, for me, I got Lauren Ryan coming in at third. And so, like you said, I mean, coming in as the top dog, it's just something where it's like, don't want to pick the favorite to win this thing. I think that there's some people, it's going to be a strategic race, and it's going to come down to those last few laps of, who's going to be able to, really differentiate themselves and pull out the victory. It's going to be close. I think that these three women were going to be in the front pack, for most of the time. And then they're going to just try to all sprint out and see who wins. And while obviously she's got really good foot speed, I don't know. I think the other two are going to outlean her, but I got her coming in third. And then for the 5K, what do you got? Who do you got winning?
5K. I think it's gonna be a good race. I think Courtney's gonna be a little more fresh for this one. So I gotta go with Courtney Wayment from BYU. She's got a ton of time. I mean, to have 8 seconds on the field. I mean,
12.
that is.
She's got 12.
Oh yeah! Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, a little smudge on my laptop.
Yeah,
I read that wrong.
on the field.
I mean, 12 seconds. I mean, she knows what she's getting herself into doing this double. This is a hard double, even though you have a full 24 hours, if not a little bit more. But she knows what she's putting herself into. And I think she's the same thing as Lauren Ryan, where she's like, I'm the top dog, and this is my race. And I think 12 seconds you can't deny it with, and I think she's going to be way more fresh in the 5K. That's why I was a little hesitant to put her like even in my top 3, which I had her at bronze. You didn't catch that, but
yeah.
I think she's gonna go for it, and that's why I'm gonna put her at first for the 5K.
Cool. Yeah, I got her winning it also. I mean, she's been here. She's a veteran in the game. She has a ton of experience running a lot of really fast times very consistently. And I think that, I mean, she knows how to run these races. She knows what it takes to win and be able to save yourself to be able to continue to run at the next day. So I got her winning. And yeah, when you have 12 seconds on the field, it's hard to beat that. For me, second, I have Adva Cohen of New Mexico coming in with a 15:33. Main reason she's a senior here, so she's got experience. And I think when it comes to these tactical races, it's going to really be okay. Who has a lot of experience? Who's someone that knows how to run slower, but still be able to put yourself in a good position. And so I've got Adva Cohen of New Mexico coming in at silver. What about you?
I got Kelsey. I'm gonna probably pronounce this a lot wrong, but Kelsey Chamil from NC State. She's also one of those girls that, I mean, she was an All-American at cross country with those NC State girls. They just pound these 5K, 3Ks. So she's not gonna shy away from this 5K. She's actually probably gonna like it a little more than going to NCAA's and running a 6K. So she's got that 3K speed though. That's the thing that's the only reason I want to put her at second. And I think having those training partners at NC State and them knowing that they deserve to be there, I mean, you can't fight confidence. So I'm gonna have to put her at second.
So talking about someone with confidence, my third place person is someone that I think could actually really win this thing. And it's because this lady's got to have the most confidence going into the race. So she won the SEC 3K, which in turn solidified the team championship for Arkansas. And hell, I wouldn't be surprised if she does the same thing here. I got Lauren Gregory coming in third. She's been able to run big at big races in the past. She's been a top woman there. And like I said, she was the person that won SECs that in turn solidified the team title and put it out of reach of Florida for the SEC championship. And so she knows how to perform big in big moments. And so I got her coming in at third place there.
So my third place, I actually have your girl Adva. I think New Mexico is one of those teams that are just fighters, man. I was just trying to look it up. I'm drawing blank on their top runner 2 years ago, but watching her run, I can't remember if she was a little short girl. I'm doing the drop the mic too. This is terrible, but they just have the name where you just hear like you have some New Mexico girls running. Like we better buckle down because they got watching them just during cross country. You never count them out. And then just kind of listening to what you were saying about her, I think I don't know about first, but third, I mean, I think she's got a real good shot to definitely medal. So I'm definitely gonna keep her in mind for second, but I think I got her for third right now.
Cool. And DMR finishing it out here for me. I've got Arkansas winning it. Like I said, I think it's going to come down to the people that are trying to win this for a team title. Arkansas is competing for something just a little bit more. Obviously coming in with a really fast time of 10:51:63, but I got Arkansas winning. How about you?
I got Arkansas. So this is actually where I did put the team scores into it. I think you're gonna have your whole team on your back. You have a ton of them there. And 10:51. I mean, that's no joke. I think I'm gonna have to put them at one for right now.
Cool. For me, number two, I'm going with I'm digging down deep, and it's a school we haven't heard from at all, but is the track school. I'm going with Oregon, coming in second. They have the 10:57:35. So they definitely have some ground to cover, but I don't know. Like I just feel like they need to win something. Like how is the number one, the most recognizable track and field school in the entire world not get a single medal in the events that they are known for? They are known for distance. They're supposed to be distance runners. I feel they're just going to be able to perform at the NEC championship or the not NEC NCAA championship and be able to bring home a win or a
Yeah.
silver.
So I actually have for a second. I'm gonna go back to like how we felt about these boys. I mean, the Ole Miss. I mean, the hype they have on that school is insane. And I think they come in at 10:56, so a little bit off little bit off the top two times, but it's good. It's one of those schools. Same thing with Oregon, man. I feel like you look at them and you're just like, they gotta win. They something's gotta happen here, and I can't see them walking away with no medal. So I'm gonna put them at second.
Then third for me, I got a school where this event is going to be all of their focus. Like they're completely focused on this. I don't think any of them are competing individually almost, but Virginia. So I got Virginia coming in at third with the 10:56:84. All the girls are going to be focused in on this DMR. So I think when you're going to be coming in fresh, that's going to play in a huge factor when it comes to these other schools that are going to be running in individual events, and it might be a little bit more difficult. So I'm pulling with them for the bronze medal here.
Yeah. So to wrap it up, I'm gonna say same thing with just like the nature of their school. I think Oregon, you're right. I think they have to have that team. They have to have that team, and it's one of those teams that you just like. I'd be very, very just something wouldn't feel right in me if they did not walk away with a medal. So I'm gonna put them at third.
Awesome. So a lot of great stuff when it comes to distance. Colin, thanks so much for joining us, the new teammate for Track World News here. Any last words from you when it comes to the NCAAs coming up?
I'm just super excited, man. Hopefully next time we're doing this for outdoor, maybe I'll be out in Oregon. Maybe we'll have to put me down for one of these.
Yeah. I'll tell you that whenever I'm doing these rankings, if I know someone, I automatically put them in there. So I got you. You'll be in the top three for sure if you're there.
I might be, yeah, mine might be a little biased too,
Yeah.
but
Awesome. So that's going to wrap up this section of the NCAA preview. Next, we're going to be talking about the throws. So here we go. Talking about the throws for NCAAs.